Hello, my fellow Israelites, my brothers and sisters in arms for the truth. Let us get started. My first point is going to be on Ecclesiastes 12:13 through 14, because it is the end-all, be-all to all arguments. As it reads, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil." This is, I believe, Solomon talking. And if you read all of Ecclesiastes, he has been through the best and the worst of life, and he realizes all is vain. In my summation, I myself come to the conclusion from his words that anything that excludes the Almighty, it becomes vain. So anything that we put on top, in essence, becomes our God. So whether it's fame, whether it's money, whether it's pleasures, certain whatever, any form of desire, whatever, that becomes your God. That's why we have to keep the Almighty on top in our ideas and in our mind, so that everything always goes back towards him. And we can take like actors, for example, how when they're at the podium, giving an acceptance speech, for a award that they've been given, how they thank, the people that's around them to help them get where we are. So how much more so should we thank the Almighty for giving us the life that we have in front of us? That's why I believe, verse 13 is so important, because it sums up everything in one sentence. So what we're going to do here is, just break it down and try to understand it to its minutest detail, or at least the best way I can explain it. So here goes. It says, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter." I look at that as being the end-all, be-all statement. And the next one is fear God, which is pretty much simple enough, but most people might say, why should I fear God? I thought God was loving God. But when you look up the definition, look up different fears, the fear that we're looking for is the fourth definition, which is the reverential awe, especially towards God. The fear of God, in which its synonyms include awe, respect, reverence, and veneration. Because most of us have this sort of awe towards, people of affluence. So why can't we have it for our Creator, and not only have it for our Creator, but have it sevenfold? I mean, he created us and gave us everything that we know of now today. All knowledge belongs to the Most High. And as we move on, it says, "And keep his commandments." Simple enough again, this is the laws. Some laws we keep unconsciously to a certain extent because it is inside us, and also some laws are societal laws, like not stealing and not murdering, which these two are innate. But things like the dietary law we gloss over. That's why I want to begin the series in Leviticus and start with the dietary, so we can change things inside then out. As many have said, his laws are like an instruction manual for this world. And the next line, it says, "For this is the whole duty of man." Now this is the pledge that we made to our master, and we should follow through. Remember, ignorance of law does not stop you from being convicted, but the Supreme is more merciful than any governmental system out there. And what I mean by that is, well, let's just put it simply. This justice system is not working out for anyone. There's a thing called the Innocence Program or Project, where a group of people, do their studies and get people out of prison that were wrongly convicted. And so I'm saying that because there's no true justice in this country, or there's no true justice in any country around the world. And that's why we have to return the laws. This is the only way we'll be able to free ourselves from the so-called matrix. Now, this is not to say that we're going to be able to follow all the laws, because things we can't follow is like sacrifice, because we need a temple and priest for that. And the Almighty knows this. Our duty now is to repent of the wrong that we do now and work towards reestablishing our ancestral roots. We are all connected from past to present. And we have to realize that we are like cells in a body, and we all have our role to play. And if one of us is a cancer, then it either has to be healed or cut off. And if you don't want the latter option, then let the word of the Most High be the healing medicine. So as verse 14 says, for God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So we either get his judgment or his mercy. That's simple. So let us work towards becoming a nation again in the likeness and the image of the Most High, the true living God. Take care and shalom.